Hey, what is up guys? Hydra453 here and welcome back to another video on my channel. In today's video I'll be doing a quick review of the SteelSeries Apex Pro TKL and just telling you guys what my thoughts are on it. Completely unbiased by the way, and since given that I've used multiple keyboards with like really fast switches, I decided to give this one a try. So that means I can give you guys a really good review, hopefully. I hope I can, because this is my first keyboard review. But yeah, I'll be going over some of the pros and cons of this keyboard, and the main thing just being if I think it's actually worth the really high price point. If you guys end up enjoying this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more weekly content. And without any more rambling on guys, let's go ahead and start with the actual review. So the first sort of visual thing you guys might have noticed that's sort of different compared to other keyboards is the fact that it's got like an OLED screen here. Now technically, well not really technically, just overall I think this screen is pretty much just useless. I have it to just have my name on it, but it looks sort of cool I guess. In my opinion, I would kind of prefer if it wasn't there. I don't know, it's just I don't have any use for it, and I think it looks nicer without that there. And I'd also rather trade the screen off for a proper aluminum sort of finish here, because it's actually just plastic, which is kind of disappointing considering this is really expensive. But you know, that's how it is. But anyways, I'll go into the features of this screen really quickly. So normally if you don't press this little minus button, it's used as a scroll for your volume, which is really cool. Well, that's not the screen, this is just for this thing here. And then you can press it down to mute, and then you can press it again to unmute. But if you hold down this little minus thing, you then get access to this little menu where you can go between like setting Actuation, if I can speak properly. You got to use the scroll wheel here to navigate to the menus, and if you click it, it can go through, and you press the minus to go back, and that's that. So yeah, it's not that interesting, to be honest. It's pretty self-explanatory. You don't need a tutorial on how to use a screen, and I'm pretty sure that people have made more in-depth sort of overviews of that functionality on this keyboard. Now, one of the things that makes this keyboard really expensive is the fact that its switches are really different. Now, SteelSeries are calling these the OmniPoint switches, and what they can do is they can like switch the actuation points. So there's not a single other switch in the market except for like one. I'm pretty sure it's from the Wu-Tang 1 keyboard or something like that. But that can't go as low as these ones. So this can go, well, high I should say actually. This can go all the way up to 0.4 millimeters for your actuation point. And SteelSeries have also claimed that it's a 5 times faster response time than generic like cherry switches. So I don't know if that's really true or not, because I can't tell the difference. I mean, it could be like a 0.01 millisecond difference, which technically, you know, if it's like 5 times, it would be a little bit faster, but you can't really tell that if you're a human, because we have like 100 milliseconds response anyways to things, so it doesn't really make much difference. But anyway, so the switches actually do have this OmniPoint like feature, all these keys here, but the escape key, the whole F key row up there doesn't have the OmniPoint switches, and these ones over here also don't have them for some reason. But I mean, I don't really use those for gaming, and I don't think many people use them for gaming either. Now, I have mine set to the lowest I can go, or the highest, I don't know, whatever you want to say. So mine can go all the way up to 0.4 millimeters, so it doesn't take very much effort to just actuate the key. It's very slight. But coming from a keyboard that used to have 1.1 millimeter switches, so I was using KL Speed Silvers on my own custom board, and I kind of can't really tell the difference. Like, I gained the same, like my skill has not improved at all, and the other keyboard was significantly cheaper. You know, for a retail price, that's like the half the price of this thing, and it had switches that I can't even tell the difference between. So I don't know, I kind of think if you really just want fast switches but are debating if it's really worth paying this much for, I would say maybe just go with like a keyboard that's got like hot stop switches or something like that. So I had a GK61, but these other ones that are similar to that, you can just buy off of like AliExpress or whatever, and you can go onto KBD Fans or wherever you want to buy your switches from, and maybe buy some other switches like KL Speed Silvers or something like that, because they've got really fast response time, and you can get them for really cheap, and that's a lot better of a deal than paying a lot for this. So on paper, this is a lot faster than any other keyboard out there, but in reality, it's very difficult to tell the difference, in my opinion. Now, if you're one of those people who kind of have like OCD and just like, you know, if you're really rich or whatever, and you just want to spend money on anything, and you just want the fastest possible thing, then yeah, this is the right keyboard for you. It is the fastest one out there on the market right now. There's nothing else like this, and I'm not really sure there's going to be something else in the future that's going to be having a similar technology to this, maybe at a cheaper price point from like Corsair or something like that, or maybe even like some switches from Gateron or KL might actually have this functionality as well that you can put in your own keyboard. But right now, this is the only one that has it, except for the looting one. But they can't go as the actuation range isn't as wide as this one. Now, obviously, there's a few other things I want to touch on as well. So it's got a USB pass-through up there as well. I'm pretty sure it's 2.0 or something. I can't. It doesn't have the blue thing on it, so I'm assuming it's that. But I'm not really a genius. I've got no idea what it is, to be honest. But what I know is that yes, you can plug in a USB thing in there, and you can have your own. So if you have like a Wi-Fi extender that you use for your computer to get Wi-Fi, if you're not using Ethernet for whatever reason, you can go ahead and put it in there as well. Save up some space in your computer's ports. But that does also come at a bit of a cost because it makes this cable extremely thick, which is kind of annoying because I do like having a thin cable, and I even like detachable cables even more. I do like to have a cable that I can detach and maybe put in my own custom cable or something like that to make it stand out a bit more. But that's kind of annoying. And on the topic of customization, you can actually get your own keycaps for these and it will fit totally fine. Oh, my cat's interrupting. Hang on. Okay, like I was saying, so speaking of customization, these keys are actually a standard layout, so you can get any keycaps that you like, and that will fit this keyboard totally fine. There's no problems at all with that sort of stuff. So, yeah, there's no problem with that, which is really good. I hope Corsair is taking notes because Razer's now moved on to doing that. SteelSeries is also doing that too. And it's basically just Corsair that needs to make their keyboards have a standard bottom row layout. Right, now onto the bottom of the keyboard, it's just got this pretty nice sort of cable routing things, so it doesn't really matter where the cable where your computer is laid out on your desk or whatever it is. You can have the cable come out of any end, which I think is really handy. So yeah, that's always really good to have. A lot of keyboards don't have that sort of ability to do that, so that's really good from SteelSeries. That's something I do like about this keyboard. But unfortunately the feet aren't very good. There's only one okay, there's only one thing for the feet, so there's not two like some other keyboards. So that kind of does suck, but it's fine because it goes at a relatively good height, I think. And yeah, they're not too slippery on my desk, but I've seen some other people saying they do slip around a lot for their desks. So I guess it's just sort of hit or miss. Overall, my final thoughts on sort of the conclusion is I think that if you just want the fastest and the best thing you can possibly get right now, then this is a keyboard for you. There's nothing else any better than this, I guess. But if you don't really care that much, or you just if you don't think you'll be able to tell the difference, like I don't really think many people can tell the difference, then I recommend maybe just going with a different keyboard for a way better price and save some money, maybe spend it on a better mouse or something like that instead. But alright, that about wraps it up. Thanks for watching, everyone. Really appreciate it. This is a bit of a different video today. I decided to do a keyboard review. Usually I just stick to my mouse pad and mice reviews. And I was planning on doing a monitor review as well, this BenQ Zowie XL2540, but I'm not really 100% sure if I end up wanting to do that because I feel like I don't really know much about monitors, and I don't want to make any like sort of false claims or say anything that's incorrect and make a bad review. So I don't know. I might still do it, but it's just a bit hard for me because I've never ever reviewed a monitor before, and I don't really have any experience with that sort of stuff. So yeah. Yet again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.